Welcome to Jank Play TCG. I'm Landon, and here we play Jank, except for today. Today I'm going to show you how much it costs in credits to build a meta deck, a great deck, just with credits. How much it costs. So you can go from nothing to a full deck with just credits. Let's jump into this. So, I am using the website Limitless TCG. It is a fantastic website. You can get tournament results, deck lists, all that kind of stuff there. I really love using this just to see what the meta is shaping up to be, so I can try to see if I can find counters and see what is most popular, because then it's going to be easier to counter those, then it's going to be lesser popular decks and all that stuff. Plus, it's just awesome to see what players are topping what tournaments. So today, I am looking at a tournament that was ran online. It's called Late Night SZN 6 Special number 17. I have no idea what that means, but we have the number one deck from that tournament, and we're using this tournament because it had over 200 players. So it had out of the whole Silver Tempest recorded tournaments, this is the most people in the tournament, and this deck won first. That's why we're taking a look at it. 200 people is quite a few. Officially ran tournaments obviously run way bigger, but this is an online tournament ran by a third party in a new format. I think this is a good springboard to at least take a look at Lugia VStar as the number one deck in the Silver Tempest format. I don't think it's, exactly wrong to say it's going to be the number one deck in this format. So we want to build this deck list, which the player's name is Katanoga. I don't know how to pronounce that. Katnoaga. I will put a link to this deck in the description if you want to take a look at it yourself, but we're going to be building it here as well, and we're going to see how much in credits it costs to build this deck from nothing. Let's say you somehow have an account with a ton of credits, but absolutely no cards. So, first up, we need Lugia V. Now, I have 4 copies of Lugia V, so I cannot see the exchange price. However, thankfully, 2 things. I have a website pulled up that has all the information about how much cards cost, because Pokemon TCG Live does this thing where every Pokemon V costs the same. So we can take a look at a different Pokemon V, Aegislash, right here. And we can hit exchange. It costs $7.50. We need 4 of those. So $7.50 times 4. We're looking at 3,000 credits just for a playset of Lugia V. So it's not the cheapest, sadly. Lugia VStar. Pretty sure we're going to run to the same issue with that. So we're just going to check out Aerodactyl. 1,025. However, this deck only played 2 Lugia VStar. So we're going to go ahead and add 2,050 to this total. We're looking at 5,050 right now for this deck. But we did just basically purchase the most expensive parts here. I'm going to go ahead and toss these in to the deck, just so we can keep track of all this. Next up, we have Archeops. Archeops here. And we'll go with the non-foil version, just the plain version here, which costs $4.25. We do need 4 copies of that, so that is, I believe it is 1,700. 1,700. So we're going to add that 1,700. We're at 6,750 right now. And let's take this and add 4. Alright, next up, Dunsparce. Now they play 1 copy of Dunsparce here. We'll just use this 100. 100 credits for Dunsparce. Fantastic card. Removes your weakness on Lugia VStar, so you don't have to be worried about getting KO'd. Fantastic card, really. Crobat V is the next one on the list. Now, we need to find the cheapest Crobat V that we can. Here we go. This one, probably not it. Yeah, probably not. This one, 750. That is the current lowest. Let's keep going. 750. 750. Now these are probably more. Yeah, more. And the shiny, more. So 750. They play one Crobat V. So we're going to add 750 to our total right now. We're looking at 7,600 credits to build this deck. Let's see. Let's go with this version. Okay. Next up, we have Radiant Charizard. Now, sadly, I don't know how much Radiant cards go for. The exchange website that I have up here does not have Radiant listed. It does have Amazing Rares listed at 600. So I'm just going to go with that. Shiny Pokemon are also 600, which Radiant Pokemon are shiny. It just feels right to be that. You go any higher and you're looking at Pokemon V, V-Star, V-Max, all those things. So we're just going to stick with 600 for a Radiant, because that's the one price that I just cannot find anywhere. So let's add 600 for one Radiant Charizard. I have all the Radiants. I don't have a Radiant Pokemon for me to go craft just to find out the price. So, next up, we have Raikou, which if I can spell it correctly, would really help. You know what? We may not have this. Hit all. There we go. We have Raikou, and I think it's the Amazing Rare, because it's not the V. So, Amazing Rare, we're looking at 600, like I said before. Oh, and we're going to add one to the deck. Oh, I can't add it to the deck like I can on the mobile. Let's add 600. So we're at 8,800, and you know what? Just because video, I'm going to buy it. Exchange successful. So we're going to add one to the deck. There we go. Pumpkaboo. Pretty sure this is the one that can remove stadiums when it gets played. So just one of those. We're going to add, it's a common. Commons, I think, are just 40. That sounds right to me. This one's a common. Oh, but I have... Oh, wait. Are there others? There is another one. Here we go. Yeah, 40. So let's add 40. Plus 40. Zacian. Now, it doesn't say Zacian V. So it's probably the Amazing Rare. Right here. Vivid Voltage. Number 82. Yep. This is the one. Again, 600. So let's add that to our total. Lumineon V. Lumineon V is when you play it down onto the bench, you get to search your deck for a supporter. That's not how you spell it. Great card, 750. Why is it telling me I can exchange? I don't want to exchange. I own the card. It says I have two. I'm so confused by that. There we go. There we go. But it is 750. So we only need the one. So plus 750. We are at 10,190 credits so far. We have one more Pokemon. Manaphy. Probably a Pokemon you want in every deck, honestly. 400. Plus 400. Now that is 10,590 credits just for the 18 Pokemon in this deck. We're almost a third of the way through the deck, And the most expensive parts, too. So next up, we're going to take a look at Marnie. Oh, I did not switch over to trainers. There we go. And I forgot to add quite a few Pokemon to here. Just Manaphy and Lumineon. Manaphy. We'll add one. Lumineon. And I spelt it right this time. Add one. Alright, so now we move on to trainers. And we've got 3 copies of Marnie. Now, I have a lot of different copies of Marnie here. I'm looking for like a non-foil one because they might be cheaper. They might not though. Let's check. $4.25 for a reverse holo. That's a reverse holo. I have 4 of those. Those are all fancy. Let's take a look. It might just be $4.25 for all these. $4.25. Just for kicks, we'll look at that. $4.25. So we need 3 copies of Marnie. 1, 2, 3 at $4.25. That is $1,275. 1,275. 2 copies of Professor's Research. Here we go. Let's see. I don't got this one, and that's 400. How much? 425. Oh, we found one that was cheaper actually. 425. 425. How do we got one that was cheaper. That was amazing. 425. So if we go all the way back to this one, 400. Interesting. Well, we will go ahead with Professor's Research Juniper and add 2. And that's 800. We found a cheaper card than we were expecting. That's cool. Next up to Serena. Serena has become a favorite of mine, in all honesty. We're looking at 100 for each of these. We play 2 of them. That's amazing. That's only 200 points. Plus 200. Oh, man. So awesome. Boss's Orders. 1 copy of Boss's Orders. Let's see if we can find a cheap one again. 400. 400. I think it's just going to be 400, but we could take a look at this one. 425. Okay, so 400's looking like the cheapest right now. Yeah, that's not even enough holo or anything, and we still have found a cheaper one. So that is another 400 in there, because it's just 1 copy. Plus 400. Easy. Evolution Incense. We play 4 copies. And how expensive is Evolution Incense? 100. So that's 400. Next up, Quick Balls. Oof. How much do we think Quick Balls are going for? These are uncommon. Let's see. Okay, I don't have these ones, and they're 100 each. And they're also uncommon. Okay, so we're going to add 4 Quick Balls. Plus 400. Ultra Ball. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Okay, so which version of Ultra Ball? This one costs 100. Now, I think Ultra Ball is uncommon. Yeah, that one's uncommon, so it's most likely going to be 100 each. Yeah, we'll just throw it in as 4 of them at 100 each. That is plus 400. We just want to grab whatever we can at 4 of. Boom. Next up, we've got Choice Belt. Choice Belt, fantastic card. Most decks play it. Doing extra damage to Pokemon Vs. 100. So only 2 copies, so it's plus 200. Ooh, they play 4 copies of Path to the Peak. Which makes sense. I mean, once you use Lugia VStar's ability, you don't really need to use it again. So why not throw down Path to the Peak and block your opponent from using their abilities on their V Pokemon. Now, it was 100 credits for Path to the Peak. We play 4 copies of it. So let's add 400. Now, we have done all of our trainers and all of our Pokemon, and we are sitting at 15,065. Now we move on to the energies, and it looks like they're all special energy. So I need to go back to my list and see if I can... It's not showing special energy costs. Well, great. I mean, we'll probably just have to go off the common, uncommon, and rare values here. But let's jump over to special, and we got powerful colorless first at 4 copies. There we go. Exchange 100, so that's another 400 credits. Aurora energy. Another 4 copies of Aurora. And that costs 400. So plus 400. Double turbo energy. Only 3 of those. And that price is 100. So 300. We'll add 300. 2 capture energies. Only 2, huh? Interesting. And that also costs 100. So there's 200 more. 1 speed lightning energy. Only 1, huh? For another 100. V-Guard energy. And that one costs another 100. And aromatic grass energy. Really? What is this attached to? Grass Pokemon. Is there a grass Pokemon that I didn't see in this deck? No? That's a weird inclusion. I don't understand it. But it is another 100. So we will go ahead and add our final 100 there. As you can see, we've got the entire deck built. 60 cards out of 60. Standard legal. We've got 18 Pokemon, 26 trainers, 16 energy. Can we just view the entire deck here? I know there's a way. I just don't know how. But we have the entire deck here. And the grand total for these credits is 16,665 credits to build this deck from nothing to an entire meta deck. That's a lot of credits to go through. However, Pokemon TCG Live makes this very simple. If we look at the Battle Pass, I am not that far into the Battle Pass, as you can see, but I have already gotten quite a bit to help me with this. Right here, we got 60 cards that had most of what we needed. And that was the free the free area on the Battle Pass. Tier 0, you get that automatically, and you get most of those cards there. That's going to drop that price significantly. This meta deck that we are building off of Limitless TCG is so easy to build, so cheap to build. I can't really believe it. But let me know what you guys think about this credit system in Pokemon TCG Live. I am a big fan of it. I build a lot of jank, so I build with a lot of cheap cards. But let me know what you think of it, if it's as helpful for you as it is for me, or if you're playing more meta, does it become more difficult to build all the decks you want, or is it just as easy because you get so many cards for free? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and you know what? Until next time, keep playing jank.